is new and old. So you heard some old things, you heard some new things. Earlier before you heard a brand new thing. And then here is another opportunity that we had this year, and we're going to bring someone out to explain it a little bit more. But before he does, I wanted to say we've been talking this year about family and how family is always with us and how our friends are our family. The end is a family. And it happens every so often that you find somebody that means a lot to you in your life. And even though you kind of want them to go away sometimes, they are always there. Even if they live all over the country, they're always there. So we had this wonderful opportunity to not just play a brand new piece and be part of a huge thing in wind band literature, but also for me to work with my best friend. So he was here today, and he actually got to work with the students today, or the ones that could make it, during school. And don't worry, all those absences are going to be fine. Anyone that got calls is okay. There was a little bit of miscommunication. Everyone is fine. Nobody is in trouble. But anyway, so we did have him today come and work with us, and he is actually going to be conducting the piece for you. So I would like to invite out one of my colleagues and my best friend, Dr. Matthew Smith.
See, she says all that stuff to try to get me to cry, and I won't do it. Well, it's a pleasure to be here with you. If you look on the front of your program, you see that my bio says I'm at Butler University, which is a true statement. In about 15 days, I start my new job there on June 6th. If you turn in 2 pages into your program, you'll see that the commission for Five was done by the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga. It's the first school, because that is where Kenyon Wilson works, and I was his colleague for 3 years. So let me explain a little bit about this piece in terms that I think can communicate effectively why this piece was written. Last July, we had an attack in Chattanooga. This should bring home for Connecticut in many ways the way Sandy Hook and Newtown did for this community. When I was in Chattanooga during this time, the question was, what do we do? We have no idea what we can do to make this situation better. So my colleague Kenyon Wilson said to me, I have this piece in mind I think I want to write. Do you know anybody who would be on board? I think I'm going to ask like the local Chattanooga people. I said, I think that'd be great. So if you're looking down that list, until you get to South Pittsburgh High School, that was about all the commissions that he had for this piece. It was 9. I believe it's the number, or 11, somewhere around there. And I said to him, let me throw this out to a couple colleagues. There was a listserv with like every band in America on it. And I said, let me just throw this out there. Now we're up to 67, and I think actually as of like last week, it's over 83, I think is where we're at. So this piece continues. Yes, please. So this piece was written for these 4 naval officers and one Marine. And if anybody knows anything about the Missing Man tribute, it is 5 in sequence and then 1 breaks off at the end. This is his musical representation of that. And I'm going to give you a couple little musical nuggets, if you were, of things to be listening for. Tiffany, would you mind playing your first 5 notes? The rhythm of taps as it continues through. 5 notes being played. Marimba, would you mind helping us out as well? It's an E flat, G, B flat, D. So those of you who aren't musical, we have a major chord and a minor chord. We take away the top D, and it's happy. Take away the low E flat, add the D back in, and it's sad. Thank you, Marimba. That was quite lovely. Okay? The melody of this is based upon taps. You will see some things happen throughout the ensemble. I'm not going to give too much away, but when you think the piece is over, it's not. Okay? And there are some musical representations of this missing man. So my request, and I'm going to probably talk longer than the piece actually is at this point, is if you have text messaging or Snapchat or Instagram or something up, put it down and immerse yourself in the next 5.5 minutes of music so that we can pay tribute to these young soldiers who lost their lives. And I'll give you two more nuggets. The first melody you will hear is played by the clarinet. Skip Wells played the clarinet. The last instrument that may do something that is very relevant is the tuba. And another one of these members, I believe was White, was the last name. He was a player. So Kenyon is a very quirky man. He's one of my best friends at my college. And so this piece is a very humbling tribute to that. I hope you enjoy Kenny Wilson's Five. Thank you.